You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Lewis Kornegay versus Pippen.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Lewis, you say you're here to demand the defendant finally take responsibility because, though he denies it, he is indeed the biological father of both your children.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pippen, you argue there's no way you're the father of her kids and claim you have undeniable proof on your side.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Furthermore, you and your girlfriend, Ms. Sanders, say today's DNA results will clear your name once and for all.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Pippen, why are you so confident you're not the biological father of Ms. Lewis's children?
Because she's a liar, she's a cheater, and I have proof
Your
that I'm not the
Honor.
father.
No, I was with this man since I was young. I had his back through everything. When she kicked him out, he came crying to me. When he had nowhere to go at, when you had nowhere to go at, you came home to me. And you would have not both of them, and you asked me to have them. Not once, but twice.
Your Honor, that right there, I did ask her to have my child, but...
I was with you.
Okay,
You
I
was
can see that this is a very passionate situation, and I understand why there are children at stake. But for the sake of this proceeding, let's talk about your doubts as they relate to Quayshawn first.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please, tell me how you met.
I met him, his mother was a bus driver at my school. One day he came home from the group home and he was riding the bus with her. I was about 15, 16. Okay, fast forward, 2009. Me and Mr. Pippen got closer. He was dating Miss Sanders, but she doesn't know this. That's when she had a little red truck. He came to my house. I was home by myself. We had sex the very first time in 2009.
Your Honor.
Okay, fast forward to 2010. Again, I had moved into another apartment. He moved in with me because he had nowhere to go because them two were on the outs again. So he moves in, me and Mr. Pippen had sex again. This time was a repeated thing. This is when he asked me to have his first child. He had went and told her, because he was taking my hair out, because I had him braids in too. He had been taking my hair out. I was in between his legs, mine was a because me and him was sitting there left in the back because we had just had sex the night before. And he would kiss her.
Okay, so let's pause for translation. You and him were on and off again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Throughout that time, he was also supposed to be with Miss Sanders in a committed, serious relationship, and you all were close.
Yes,
so
Your Honor.
close that you would let him take your braids out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. Now, Mr. Pippen.
Yes, ma'am.
So you admit you were in a sexual relationship with Ms. Lewis,
Yes, ma'am.
not using protection.
Right.
So why do you have doubts about Quayshawn if you admit you were in a sexual relationship with her during the time of conception?
Because the time around when she got pregnant, I wasn't down here I wasn't in Greenville at the time when she got pregnant.
Oh,
I
so
was
you're
saying-
saying it's a timing issue.
Yes, ma'am. I was staying in Tarboro at the time with Miss Sanders.
I have the proof from y'all if you want to see it.
I would like to see the proof. Jerome, please pass that to me.
And it said I got pregnant on conception was on May 25th when I was with Mr. Pippen because he kept blowing my phone and popping up at my house. So I can't be with somebody and he kept popping up, crawling over top of my daggone balcony, knocking on my back door.
Miss Lewis, this evidence you've presented is to show that your child, Quayshawn, was conceived May 25th, around that area.
Yes, ma'am.
It is your contention, Mr. Pippen, Miss Sanders, that Mr. Pippen wasn't even around?
He wasn't because he was living with me in Tarboro. And so in order for him to go to work, I had to take him to work.
Just because you said you wanted me, he won't come home to me?
When we were going back and forth, he hadn't been to Greenville because of his work schedule and my work schedule. So
How far is...
Only about 10 to 15 minutes because Mr.
it's
Pippen
30
don't got ways
minutes
to
from
get there.
Tarboro to Greenville.
Oh, you're acting like it was 3 hours. So he's 30 minutes away from her?
Right.
Yes.
But he had no
And my
way
mother's
to
my
get
witness. She
there.
saw him coming out the front door when she was coming to bring me the car. And she saw him that same day coming down the steps. He said, I'll be back tonight. And he came back that night.
Were you dating anybody else?
No, Your Honor.
Nobody.
I trust Mr. Pippen. He kept telling me we're going to be together, we're going to build a family, because he told me, I want you to have my kids. I'm coming home to you and only you. Because he had gave me a ring, and he said, I'm coming home to only you, and I want us to build this family. This is when he asked me, what do you want to do? 'Cause I never thought I could have kids, because it took me so long to have my son. So when they come back into the little room, they were like, Miss Lewis, we's pregnant. I burst into tears. I'm 21 years old. I have not had to figure out what I'm going to do with my life yet. And here I am about to have a child. He comes to Greenville, where we live at, and he was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, you asked me to have this child. I'm against abortion. So I said, I want him to lay down and have him. I'm going to be a woman to take care of it. He said, well, if that's your choice, I got your back. I want to be there for you. This is when he asked me to marry him for the first time, because it was 4 different times he asked me to marry him.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. She says you're the only guy she was with sexually. You were the person going back and forth between 2 women. Why is it you doubt that you are her child's biological
father?
father?
Her with her ex-boyfriend.
Your Honor, when he saw me,
okay, now we're getting
and then
somewhere.
I tried to call her phone. She didn't want to answer her phone.
Your Honor,
so
when
I
he
went
said-
to the house. When she got, by the time I got there, she was back to the house. So I asked her about it.
Your Honor, the night he claimed me he saw me with my ex-boyfriend was in December of 2011. I wasn't even pregnant yet. It was snow on the ground.
So now Quayshawn is 2 years old.
Yes, Your Honor.
2. And all this nonsense is going on. 2 years old. What are you feeling, Miss Lewis?
He don't even like you because you whined on him when he was still so he said, Dad, 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 Dad. And you whined at the front door and slammed like you never heard him call you. That boy looked just like your dumb tail.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have proof that this child looks nothing like.
Look at my baby. He didn't ask to be here. You asked me to have him. And now he's here. You want to take care of him.
Please explain, Ms. Sanders, what this
Look, that's
evidence is.
just
On the right
Look,
side
that's
is
the
my
lie.
child that I have with Mr. Pippen. On the left side is her child.
They look just alike.
So Quayshawn is on the
Look,
left,
that's the light.
and your
They
child
favor.
you've had with Mr. Pippen is on the right.
Yeah, both of them are the
And
same
it is
age.
your contention that
They're a
there is
week
no
apart.
resemblance,
None.
that your
Look
child...
at her nose and look at his nose. They got the same little pointed nose. That
And he
child
got
on
my
the
nose, so what?
They talking about something. I don't do anything for this child. I went and had a DNA test done. And I had a proof right here saying that the child wasn't mine.
You do. All right. Jerome, please hand me that evidence.
The
Mr.
Tampered.
Pippen, what exactly is this?
That's the proof
Evidence
of the
of?
DNA test. The results was that I was not the
Your
father.
Your Honor, you know why he's not the father? Mr. Pippen and him that day kept going forth to the bathroom, chewing on stuff, whispering Miss Sanders about different things.
Yes, Your Honor,
And
I was
asking her,
witness.
she kept saying, well, did you do it? Did you do
But
it?
Your Honor, but
So why
I
you
did
come back and
not.
forth to the bathroom?
Your
Chewing
Honor,
on
how
stuff?
can you
Miss
Hold on.
tamper
So
with
what's
the
this?
DNA?
Oh, you need to provide Santa Claus
Let's
from
get some
mouthwash.
order.
Thank
So you claim he took a DNA test
Yes, Your Honor.
and manipulated
Yes, Your Honor.
the results to compromise
Yes,
them.
Your Honor.
How do you think he did that?
Anything, because I don't take much to throw off your DNA, especially Mr. Pippen, because he don't like taking care of his children as is. All 4 of them.
What do you know about this situation?
I mean, you just too much going on at that point in time.
What do you think he did? It has been determined by this court, Mr. Pippen. We have yet another child whose paternity is in question. Why is it you doubt that you are her child's biological father?
I tried to call her phone. She didn't want to answer her phone.
Look at my baby. He didn't ask to be here. You asked me to have him.
Let me hear from your mother. Please stand, ma'am. State your name for the court.
Agatha Slade.
Ms. Slade, you are Ms. Lewis's mother, am I
Yes,
correct?
correctly.
What do you know about this situation?
Your Honor, I was there when the DNA test was performed. He was going back and forth to the bathroom. Like he had something in his mouth. They was sitting back and whispering. I was like, this is a DNA test. Why are you sitting here whispering at each other? Why are you smiling? Why are you doing all this walking around back and forth, back and forth? I mean, it's just too much going on at that point in time.
What do you think he did?
I'm thinking, okay, I'm just saying that I know what to do to throw anything off. You can do mouthwash, you do anything.
How do you know this?
Because, Your Honor, I'm a certified nurse assistant. I've been one for 18 years.
So you believe that there was some funny business
Yes,
going
ma'am, totally.
on?
part. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your testimony. You may be seated.
Your Honor, how did I supposed to start for DNA test and I'm sitting there the whole time with my daughter in my lap?
No, you won't. No, you won't. You're going to sit back to the bathroom.
And then after that, I only went to the bathroom one time. That was used, and I came right back out, and I did not have nothing in my mouth.
All right, well, I'll tell you this. I think it's time for the results of the DNA test as it relates to Quayshawn. And we will get to the second DNA results in just a moment.
Come on, baby.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Lewis Kornegay v. Pippen, when it comes to 2-year-old Quayshawn Pippen, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Pippen, you are not.
I
his
told you
father.
then. I told you.
Okay, I mean, don't mean no difference. You ain't been doing that
Same
no way.
thing.
So he ain't lost a game, that he still got a father who's got
Why
his
is you
back.
making a big point of it?
Ms. Lewis, calm down. Calm down. Because this is a mess. And yet, you two continue to have a sexual relationship because we have yet another child whose paternity is in question. And that's 1-year-old Quaytavian.
Yes, Your Honor.
What are the circumstances surrounding this particular paternity issue? Or let's just cut to the chase. Who else could be the father?
Nobody, Your Honor.
Were you sleeping with anybody else at the time?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so please give me the circumstances surrounding this particular pregnancy and why you are so certain that it is Mr. Pippen's child.
Because around the time I got pregnant, I was only sleeping with him.
Mr. Pippen, tell me why you have doubts as it relates to the second child.
Because I have really serious doubts because after the second child was born, I seen on Facebook the baby name. It have the guy she talked to now have his last name. And
He does. He does.
and right
the
here-
fact is he's been there.
And on the pictures right here, that this baby do not look like me, it look more like him.
Jerome, please hand me that picture. So what you're saying is, Mr. Pippen, the child don't look anything like you in your opinion, but he looks like her current boyfriend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's Mr. Kornegay.
Yes, Your Honor. And if that were the case, she would have gave the child my last name like she did the first.
For what?
If it
Mr.
were
Kornegay,
mine.
please step up to the podium. I want to hear from you. So the child has your last name.
The reason why he got my last name because I've been to a doctor's appointments with her. When she hurt, she cried. I was there with her. When he was born, I cut the neighbor cord. I signed birth certificate. He needed a father. Ever since he had my last name, I bought the boy clothes, shoes, Pampers. Then he go right down when I first fed him. I was there with the boy. That's why people think we favorable. I've been with her ever since then. When I lost my son, September the 1st, she was with me. I lost my son when we passed away. And it took me a while to get a bond with her 2 children. Now, they call me dad, and I accept it, because I lost my son. A week later, we had a girl. Our daughter is 2 months old. So we do got a daughter together now, blood. But I lost my dad when I was 18. This is a long time ago. Now I'm trying to show him the right way my dad taught me. I'm his father right now. So when I get back, I'm gonna sign a birth certificate. He's all mine. He will get taken care of. That's why I ain't worrying about nothing.
All right. So, Mr. Pippen, were you intimate with Ms. Lewis during the window of conception without
Your Honor.
protection?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were. So you all were back in a sexual relationship again while you were still with Ms. Sanders.
Yes, Your Honor.
When you informed him you were pregnant,
Yes.
what was his response?
He asked me to name him after him. So if he feel like he's not sure, it's why you asked me to give him your last name. You give him your full name, not just last, but a full name.
And so is this true? You asked her to give
And then you
the
asked
child
me when I
your
was pregnant with
name.
Quayshawn to have a second child by you.
Did you believe the child was your biological child?
At first I did,
So no,
until everything else started happening, and then the child came back really mine with Miss Sanders.
Your Honor.
That daughter's really mine. So I guess she just feel bad about it because she just.
Oh, the fact that you did not have a paternity issue with Miss Sanders and that child is in fact your biological child.
Yes, Your Honor.
You feel like she's still trying to just say you're her child's father as well to get between you and Miss Sanders.
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
don't know for what. I don't want you back. I'm good right where I'm at.
Because I've been going.
Jerome,
through
it's time for results. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Lewis Kornegay versus Pippen, when it comes to 1-year-old Quatavion Kornegay, and as to whether Mr. Pippen or Mr. Kornegay is his biological father, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Kornegay, you are not his father. It has also been determined by this court, Mr. Pippen, you are his father.
Thank
Told you, I told you.
Then I step up and do what I got to do. That's what I wanted to know the whole time.
I might mess up on the
That's
first one, the
case,
second one.
But that's the case. I do what I got to do.
Let me say this. This energy between all of you is just so toxic. I'm worried for the children. All of them, yours together. There are a lot of innocent children involved in this situation. Now, we have resources for you, and you all need to take advantage of them. You need to sit down and figure out how to dialogue, how to co-parent, because you two have kids together, you two have kids together, and you two have kids together. You all done your dirt. You all done messed up, turned out, back around. This whole thing was such a mess. I could barely understand the story. It was such a mess. Y'all gotta clean this up, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Too many children. Innocent children. Remember that, innocent children.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right now, court is adjourned.